Hey everyone, welcome back to Holistic Homebrew. So I've been playing a Kobold Oracle in my best friend's campaign. And when I first started making the character, I had no idea what cantrips to pick. I normally don't play Divine Casters. I'll normally play Arcane, Occult, or Primal. Literally anything but Divine. So today I'm going to be covering my top 5 Divine cantrips from Pathfinder 2e. I do want to emphasize this is my top 5 Divine cantrips. If there's a cantrip that you feel I left out or should be included, please put it in the comment down below. I'd love to have some interaction with y'all. So hopping straight into it. Starting with number 5, we have Forbidding Ward. This is a 2-action cantrip with a range of 30 feet that targets one ally and one enemy and can be sustained for 1 minute. With this, you ward an ally against attacks and hostile spells from that targeted enemy, granting your ally a +1 to armor class and saving throws against attacks, spells, and other effects. And at 6th level, the status bonus gets heightened to a +2. This spell is perfect for helping your allies succeed on their saving throws and making it harder for the enemies to hit them. Or even better, making it harder for the enemies to critical hit them. The only downside about this spell is you can't cast it on yourself. You have to cast it on an ally. This cantrip is available to Divine and Occult casters. Next up on our list, at number 4, we have Guidance. This is a single action cantrip with a range of 30 feet and targets one creature, and the duration is until the start of your next turn. With this cantrip, you ask a supernatural entity to grant you a +1 status bonus to attack rolls, perception checks, saving throws, or any skill check before the duration ends. The target gets to choose which roll they add the status bonus to. If the target uses the bonus, the spell ends. Either way, the target is then temporarily immune for 1 hour. In every campaign I've played, I've always seen at least one player pick Guidance, whether it's been D&D or Pathfinder. In Pathfinder 2e, this is an extremely good cantrip to pick because you get to add a +1 status bonus to pretty much any roll that you make. The other really good part about it is you can choose one creature. It doesn't have to be an enemy or an ally, it can be anybody. So if your ally needs help, help them. If an NPC needs help, help them. And for some weird reason, if you want to help an enemy, go for it. And this cantrip is available to Divine, Occult, and Primal casters. Anyways, moving on to number 3, we have Divine Lance. This is a 2-action cantrip with a range of 60 feet that targets one creature. With this, you make a ranged spell attack roll against the target's AC. On a hit, the target takes 2d4 spirit damage, and on a critical hit, double the damage. This cantrip can be heightened +1 to increase the damage by 1d4. I love this cantrip because it does a ranged spell attack roll versus a saving throw. It always feels just a little bit better when I crit the enemy with my roll versus them doing a saving throw. The only downside about this cantrip is it's only available to Divine casters. Moving on to number 2, we have Rousing Splash. This is a 2-action cantrip with a range of 60 feet that targets one creature. With this spell, you splash water onto the target's head, granting them 1d4 temporary hit points, which lasts for 1 minute. The target is then immune to temporary hit points from Rousing Splash for 10 minutes. The target can also attempt an immediate flat check to recover from a single source of persistent acid or persistent fire damage, with DC reduction from the appropriate assistance. This cantrip can be heightened +1 to increase the temporary hit points granted by 1d4. I think this cantrip is one of the best ones that you can pick because it doesn't just grant you temporary hit points, it gets rid of a single source of persistent acid or fire damage. And I don't know about y'all, but I've seen persistent fire damage used a lot in Pathfinder 2e. However, the downside about this cantrip, it is only available to Divine and Primal casters. And lastly, at number 1, we have Stabilize. This is a 2-action cantrip with a range of 30 feet that targets one dying creature. As life energy shuts death's door, the target loses the dying condition. However, they do remain unconscious at 0 hit points. I think this is one of the best cantrips you can pick as a Divine caster in Pathfinder 2nd edition. It has the ability to make players stop doing death saves. Let's say your barbarian just went down and he's now making death saves. You cast Stabilize on him, he is no longer making those death saves, unless he gets hit again. I've seen this cantrip save many different players from having to make new characters. It can also be used to save friendly NPCs. Or if you want, you can use it on the enemy to save them, and now you can try and torch them to get some information. Use it as you will. Stabilize is only available to Divine and Primal casters. I hope you guys enjoyed my top 5 Divine cantrips from Pathfinder 2nd edition. If you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and give me some likes down below. If you guys want to see similar content like this, put it in the comments down below. I'd love to have some interaction with y'all. If you guys want to see my top 5 arcane cantrips, go ahead and click on the screen here. And if there's any content you guys want to see in the future, please go ahead and leave it in the comments down below. I do plan on making another video that showcases some of the basic spells that every tradition can cast, so keep an eye out for that. I hope y'all have a wonderful day, and don't forget, keep on rolling.